Hello everyone, welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing an anime called Wedding Peach. Now, Wedding Peach is a really interesting anime. So you got Momoko and her two best friends in the newspaper club, and they all fall in love with a soccer player named I forget his name, but I'm not very good with Japanese names, so it doesn't matter. So the girl with the so Momoko is the main protagonist. Think I know how to say her name. Her friends are the girl with the orange hair who gets the star soccer player to fall in love with her. But the only reason being is the fact that they're reincarnations of two angels, so to speak, that fell in love with each other. Um, Momoe falls in love with the girl with the orange hair, and then there's a side plot at the very end of the anime where he loses his memory, but then he gets his memory back, and then he just gets dismantled, even though he's a powerful angel. I don't understand it myself, but they fall in love with each other, pretty much, so to speak, and that's what happens. Okay. Now, Momoko's relationship with the star goalie that they start out hating each other, but then they decide to fall in love with each other because they like to fight a lot. So that's the main gist of it. There's also a comic routine where the other two try to make them fall in love with each other. So there's less competition for the star goalie, which I think is funny. Now, when it comes to the third girl that they say, her relationship with her, she falls in love with how do I say it, her childhood friend. But the problem is that it gets really shafted. What do I mean by that? They don't really talk about it, and they don't really establish that they're together, and that's what my main problem is. They are together, to my opinion, but the problem is though is that there's no conclusive evidence that they're together, and that's the main problem I have with their relationship. I feel like that the other two get more establishment of a relationship standpoint, but the third character does not get that much. I mean, the only thing that he gets irrelevant. He is irrelevant. Her childhood friend gets irrelevant because the demon likes his body, so he decides to sign a contract with him. And then once the demon gets hit with a love wave, he destroys the contract before he dies because he got stabbed by one of his demon friends because they're a bunch of dicks. But that's the main point of that relationship standpoint. But after the demon guy dies, he keeps the bracelet, but then all of a sudden he's nowhere to be seen. He does help out the magical love angels to defeat Abominable Snowman, and that's the main gist of that. But that's later down the path. So there are four love angels. The three angels are usually that's the main plot of things. It's really complicated. You should watch it for yourself. Now, my main problem with that is that most of the villains or demons, so to speak, they get really bad shafted. Like I understand that if they're only there for one specific episode, you can tell because they don't look like human beings. However, there are some demons that look like humans get introduced in the very beginning of the episode, and then all of a sudden they're completely killed off at the very end of the episode. And I'm like, what the hell, man? You already established that some of the demons stay longer than more than one episode, but they look like humans, but they're not important because they die off just the same way. And the only reason I won't complain about it, but some of the demons last for like 4 or 5 episodes. I'm like, what the heck, man? Like they get freaking shafted like everyone else. So that's the main problem with that aspect of it. Okay. Now, what I like about it is that there's long periods of stretches of this anime that I kind of enjoy. Like, there's this the fourth episode I like just because it makes a reference to an anime, the video game that was made in '97. If you must know, one of the when the second girl with the orange hair gets her power, she has to go up against her mom because she's been possessed. She has a pair of scissors. So the demon that's controlling her decides to give her a big giant pair of scissors and cuts through the door of the up because they're high up in the like freaking skylights or something like that. I don't know. They're on top of the building, and she decides to use the scissors to chop the door in half. And I got flashbacks of watching seeing Clock Tower. Clock Tower is a video game. It's a click horror game where the main villain's trying to kill you with a giant pair of scissors. So I thought that was funny. So that's the main reason why episode 4 has always sticked out to me. As for the fourth love angel, because there's a fourth love angel, I think she got shafted too. Because of the fact that she gets introduced in episode 35, and then she's not really, her arc is pretty much from episode 35 to episode 37, so to speak. And then she's just sporadically all over the place for the rest of the series. And my main problem with it is the fact that there's only 55 episodes of the anime. I'm like, why are you introducing her almost halfway done with the anime? I'm like, episode 35 to episode 55 is a good stretch of fleshing out this new character, but they never do that. Because when she gets introduced, she's a stuck-up bitch, okay? And she has a different mindset towards the other three girls, because the other three girls want to purify the demons. She wants to kill them. So that's the main gist of that thing. And then they start fighting and this, that, and the other thing. It's pretty complicated. But that's my main gist of things. Now, when it comes to the opening theme song, the first theme song kind of sucked. The second theme song is actually pretty dope. And the third theme song is also dope, but the problem is, though, is the fact that there's a lot of flashes when they do the fucking opening. So that's the main gist of that problem. This anime was made in the mid 90s. It was made in 94 all the way up to 94 to 95, and it ended at 97. So the animation, I'm not going to critique the animation, so to speak, because of that reason. Because 90s animation wasn't that good back in the day. So I'm going to take that off the plate. Now then, I'm going to give this anime a 6 out of 10. Now, before I end this anime review, I'd like to speak out where does it hold up when it comes to the 4 magical girl animes that I've watched, which is Mew Mew Power, Sasumi Magical Girls Club, Magical Monica, and Glitter Force. Let's start off with Mew Mew Power first. I'm not going to spend too much time with that because I can't compare if Mew Mew Power is better than Wedding Peach or Wedding Peach is better than Mew Mew Power, because I only watched 26 episodes, and that was the English dub, which is stupid on my part because there's 52 episodes of Mew Mew Power. So if you think Mew Mew Power is better than Wedding Peach or it's the other way around, that's fine by me. I won't argue with it because I've only watched half of Mew Mew Power. So I can't really say if it's better or worse than Wedding Peach. As for Magical Monica, I think that Magical Monica has its shock value because it's the only Magical Girls anime that I've watched that one of the Magical Girls gets decapitated. Which that still fucking shocks me every time I talk about it. And Wedding Peach is not that. However, when it comes to the structure of the storyline, I think Wedding Peach does a hell of a lot better than fucking what's his face? Magical Monica. Because Magical Monica's last few episodes were really fucking confusing. And Wedding Peach is pretty much solid on what it wants to do. So that's the main gist of that. And that's my main thing about that. Now, when it comes to Sasami Magical Girls Club, I still like Sasami and the Magical Girls Club better than Wedding Peach, just because it has unique powers. That's the only thing I could take about that. However, you can make an argument that Wedding Peach could be a lot better than Sasami and the Magical Girls Club, just because of the fact that Wedding Peach, Sasami and the Magical Girls Club, they all have the same powers. Same goes for Glitter Force and freaking Mew Mew Power. They all have the same power. Wedding Peach does it a little bit differently by, how do I say it? They switch their weapons every 10 to 20 episodes. Like the girl with the orange hair has a rope that's a lipstick that is like colorful and stuff. And then she switches it to a baton where cheerleaders float up in the air and she does stars. She shoots stars at them. The other girl, and then she gets a whip, like Indiana Jones type whip. And then the girl with the green hair, she gets a windmill that shoots some wind at them. She also gets, the first thing she gets is a bracelet that shoots bubbles at them. And then the third one, she gets freaking boomerangs. Like, what the hell, man? Money Peach gets pretty much she gets a gun at the very end. She also gets a heart where she just points it at the enemy like this and just says, take the heart. And she's got like a pendant or something. But her last weapons that she got in the anime is that she could throw freaking feathers at people, which I thought was interesting. So you can make an argument between each two. Now, as for Glitter Force, I'm making a reference to Glitter Force because they always say at the very end of the anime of Glitter Force, they always say another happy ending, which I started a review like that. However, Wedding Peach also has a catchphrase, but she does it before the battle starts. I am Wedding Peach, and I am extremely angry with you. And I thought it was a lot better than that one. So that's my main gist of things. So right now, I think that Sasami the Magic Girls Club is always number one. I will probably put Wedding Peach 2 or 3, depending on if I did watch the English sub of Mew Mew Power. So that's the main gist of things. So that's my main gist of things. Before I end this review, though, I like to say this though. The other main problem I have with the anime is the second season, which the second season is Wedding Peach Deluxe. It only has 4 episodes, and they did tell me that at the very end of the anime, of the 51 episodes, they decide to erase all the guys' memory, but then they get it back for the next 4, and that's pretty much about it. They leave out a cliffhanger, so that's that. But my main problem with the anime as a whole is that there was long periods of stretches where I just got bored of it and I didn't care about it. That's why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. If it were me, I'll probably give it a 2. But I'm also consideration of reviewing this if a little girl wants to watch it. So yeah. My also opinion about it is that don't let little kids watch it. Let them watch it when they're like 10 or 12 because of the fact that they do swear a lot. They do swear occasionally, not a lot. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm the one who swears a lot. Fuck. But like I said before, this anime review is pretty much a 6 out of 10. Now, where does it rank when it comes to all 5 magical girl animes? I think it's better than Glitter Force, Magical Monica. Magical Monica, just because of the structure of the main plot of it all, and Glitter Force is better than Glitter Force just because of the fact that it has different types of attacks of enemies. However, I did get kind of bored at, how do I say it? I got kind of bored when they defeat the enemy over and over again the same goddamn way. So there's also that problem. But like I said before, it's better than Glitter Force. I'll tell you that much. Even though Glitter Force defeats their enemies differently, sort of. I still think One Piece is a lot better because of the story structure, and they don't say the most cheesiest lines of them all. So I think Wedding Peach gets a 6 out of 10 on my standards. What do you think about Wedding Peach? Do you guys think that you'll watch it? I watched it. It has 55 fucking episodes. There's two more episodes, I believe. I did not cover, and that's only because I can't find them. But that's beside the point. Um, but what do you guys think? Do you think One Piece is a good anime for you guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. I had a lot to say about this anime because there's 55 fucking episodes I just grueling watch. So the next anime that we're gonna be doing is Soul Eater Not, and that only has 12, so it's not gonna be a slogfest. Unlike Wedding Peach, because Wedding Peach has 55 episodes, and the only reason why it's a slogfest for me is because Wedding Peach is the Magical Girls anime, and that's on my element because I'm more of an action pack type of guy. Like that's why I like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Soul Eater, all those types of anime. So I hope you guys have a nice positive day and take care. This is probably like my longest review actually too.